Any luck? Yeah, I can tell. Unfortunately, I might suggest writing a letter. It's hard to get through on the phone, or physically go to the, well, they probably won't let you in if you go there now, so. So as we get started on this hearing, if you, like I said, you're free to wait, but you probably need to wait out in the hall in case somebody comes on. Okay, so this is Cano.
Seems like it's doing something weird, Judge, because the recording button keeps coming on and off. I don't recall that ever happening. And it's not paused. And I closed out everything and went back in.
Now, is it recording if I'm saying anything?
Should be.
Okay. I'll be careful what I say.
Unless you want to pause it.
Or mute.
I think, yeah, I don't know. But if you go to where it says recording, you can pause.
Let me just go to. So I clicked mute. I didn't see anything happen. You're the first one to the party.
Judge, we sent Ms. Baker a Rule 11 agreement. We just don't know if her client agreed to it yet. So it may be real quick. They may have agreed to it. We just haven't got it back yet. So,
I can call the office and find out.
well, yeah, I didn't know if she was coming on or not. On an unrelated matter, I have a termination case, Judge, where the father has signed a affidavit of voluntary relinquishment.
Okay.
The mom's already done a background check and everything else. Can we just get that? Can I just set a date to come in and do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we will, even though we signed that, we will need to get some testimony. So.
From her?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was planning on just getting a hearing date, bringing her in and letting her testify that, to certain things.
All right. Let me call over there. So are we looking at, is it your?
Office of Dana Baker, this is Jalen. How may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. This is Judge Leedy calling. I want to see if Ms. Baker is there. We have a question whether or not she's agreed to a motion or she's going to attend a hearing.
Okay, one moment, please.
Thank you. I'm just wondering, since I got the tour of your office one time, are you sitting upstairs in your office?
I am, Judge. I normally sit in the conference room, but I ran up here to do this today instead of sitting in the conference room.
The audio is great.
Yeah, I'm real close.
Yes,
ma'am.
Anna, I just emailed Donna the Rule 11 agreement. My computer's slow.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So John was just on the Zoom hearing.
Okay.
So that's headed his way. So is that something that you want me to sign off on, or the two
Yes,
of you?
Judge.
Okay.
We put a spot on there for you, Judge. So we'll e-file it, Judge.
Okay.
And then if you don't mind just signing it once we e-file it.
That sounds good. I'll do it.
And Judge, on that termination that you want me to do
Let me see. Do we need Ms. Baker for anything else?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. So as soon as John gets that, he'll sign it and get it to me.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Have a good one.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do I just need to get with my client, see when is good, and then just set it up with Karina to make sure everybody's there?
Yes. Yeah, it's really with the affidavits on file, affidavit of relinquishments.
It should be, yes, sir.
Okay.
We should have already filed it.
Yeah, if that's on file, then really she's just going to testify as best interest of the kid, and that'll do it.
Okay. Well, I'll get it set up, and then maybe we can come later this week and do that.
Yeah, we can squeeze that one in. Yeah, and you've probably done a whole lot more Zooms than I have. The only part that's not as convenient anymore is I used to be able to say, hey, just come up at some time and we'll squeeze you in. And of course, the trouble is now if we're in the middle of a Zoom hearing, we can't do another one. So
well, would Thursday work potentially, since it's supposed to be
Thursday morning? Probably would, because that was an arraignment day, but all these are being reset. So maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I may tell her to come in that morning.
Yeah.
And if we have to wait a few minutes, we will, to get the regular court stuff done, but I think she'd be willing to wait.
Yeah, because there's about 5 pro ses we haven't been able to find. And it's just going to be a matter probably of getting a good email address, finding out, do they going to hire an attorney, appointed attorney, and then resetting them. So, if I don't want to jinx myself, but I think by 9:30, we should be done.
Okay. No, I mean, well, either way, I'm going to be there. And so I'll just tell her, I'm sure she would be fine sitting there and waiting. That shouldn't be an issue. So, of course, I thought today I was only coming for 2 people for Judge Steinhauser, and I ended up being there till 12:20. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And how many, and how many people did you interact with? How many,
4.
yeah. I mean, to think, used to be if you were there till noon, you probably would have passed through about 15 people.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, of course, we got a lot of stuff done. It was just a lot of, bond issues now with the new stuff and being, unclear as to where everything's going to go. These people were sitting in jail, so we needed to get it done.
Yeah.
But I only had one client show up that, I guess didn't get our email or didn't get our, phone call. Now the hardest part is getting them to sign it and send it back.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean, I've told Karina, I expect January is just going to be one big experiment.
yeah, I would be surprised if the state files any FTAs in January.
No, I mean, I'm not. I've already told Ben I don't plan on signing any FTA warrants in January.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see. I've already, told a few of my clients that they were in jail today, and one of them said, "I don't even have an email." I said, "Well, you're gonna have to get one."
Yeah.
And I said, "If you don't have an email, your ass better be at my office on the date that it says that you need to be at court. You need to be in my office to where I can put you on a Zoom call, whenever they call your name."
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to do. If they're not going to get an email, then they need to be here to where I can at least.
Well, and the Office of Court Administration has put out a kind of a guideline on how we're going to do this.
Mhm.
And, of course, step one is everything is Zoom, and then it works its way down. And at the lowest end, of the rung are people that, again, don't have emails, don't have phones. There's no possible way you can do it electronically. Then what the county is supposed to do is set up another room where we have a laptop set up. So the person would walk in the courthouse, and unfortunately in the courthouse, we only have a few spots where you can get Wi-Fi. So we probably have to send them to the 3rd floor.
Mhm.
So, and again, we're not set up for this yet, but the way OCA has said we'd have to do it is we'd have to have a laptop set up on the 3rd floor. The person would be directed up to the 3rd floor. They would sit in front of the laptop and then do the Zoom that way, so we kind of provide their laptop for them.
Wow. But then you got to have somebody watching the laptop.
Yeah.
You got to have an employee sitting there watching it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I mean, that's why it's almost easier for me to tell my people to just come here.
Yeah.
If they're not going to comply with the whole getting an email and getting on their phones, it's almost easier for me to have them sitting in the waiting room and just say, "Hey, they just called you, get up here." So we can show them that you're here and do what we need to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I think, what I told you, the bottom rung is when they come to the county and we set up a laptop in another room. What you just described was kind of one rung up, where they go to their attorney's office and get on a laptop with their attorney.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting next 6 months, Judge.
No, geez, 6 months, God. But I'm afraid you're probably pretty close to the truth.
Yeah, it's Houston's been doing it forever now.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be interested to see what happens in Georgia tonight.
I'm afraid to turn the TV on. I think I'm gonna just watch Netflix tonight. Not even watch the news.
I mean, the thing that's crazy is, it used to be, there's only 2 races. So I mean, it's a short ballot.
Yeah.
Runoff turnout is lower. Back in the old days, they would have the results to this thing by 9 o'clock at night, a final done deal. And, you know, I just anticipate I'm going to wake up tomorrow and the news is, well, they're still counting ballots in Georgia.
Well, I heard this morning that they can only ask for a recount if it's within 0.5%.
Well, and have the an automatic recount. You know, you can, I want to say the way it works is the state has a system where if it's that close, the state does a recount of their own ballots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could be 10 points apart, and if you want to pay for a recount, you can get a recount.
Oh, really? Oh, I misunderstood then. I thought it was.
That's the way I understand. I think it's the state is saying that the state of Georgia, you know, will pay for a recount if it's within that 0.5 or whatever that number is.
Watch it be 0.45 or something percent.
Yeah, that's 0.45, and then 2 days later, guess what? We just found another bunch of ballots.
10%.
It's now 0.500001, so we don't have to do it.
Oh, well, Judge, I'll let you know if I get any cool tech gear.
Yeah,
Make this shit enjoyable.
sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
Take care. Thanks. Bye.